at this. Okay, all right. Let's try it now. Let's turn the music down a little bit. This music sounds might be a little bit too loud. Okay, we don't want that. Oh, so it's a little delayed then.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. And the music is too loud. How do I? No, we don't do that. So Slick Rick, this is what I meant by. Okay, there we go. Background music. This is what I meant.
I think a little more.
Let's try it. Listen to it. Let's see. Okay, down a little bit more. And
I think that's good.
I think that's good. Okay. All right. So Slick Rick, that's what I meant when I said tech issues. Right? There's always something, brother. There's always something. All right. All right. Now, just a quick sound check. Can you guys just hit us in the chat? Are you able to hear us? Can you hear us? What's up, Slick Rick? What's up, Troy? What's up, Mac Tezino?
Hey, it's been a while, Mac.
What's going on, Mac?
Hello, Garfield.
What's going on, Garfield? All right. Give us a little thumbs up if you can hear us. Please. Please give us a thumbs up.
Okay, they hear us.
Okay,
hello, Theo Gilmore.
What's going on, Theo? Hey, good to see you in the chat, Theo. Much appreciated. And all right. So let's get it cracking.
But before we get it cracking, welcome back to Richie Abroad.
I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Chang.
All right. And go ahead. All right, you can do your intro. I might poke you. Okay.
Okay. So for today's live stream, it's Mother's Day, and
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Right. You got your Mother's Day gift this morning.
I know, right? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and to all your relatives who are mothers. And before we get into the live stream, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way in.
Please hit that thumbs
up. It will
up.
really help our algorithm a lot. And again, this is a call-in live stream. So if you're in the US, just dial 415-490-8030 and add +1 if you're outside the US or Canada. And again, we have here Redensa Sweets. Follow it on Facebook, and we have a little promo going on. And disclaimer, just a little disclaimer for everybody, that we are not soliciting. We are not asking for any super chats or super stickers, but we won't be mad at you if you're going to give us some love.
We will always, we welcome the love. We welcome the love. Super chat, super stickers, super anything. We always appreciate it. So,
yes.
So that's that moving forward. What else?
What else? We are going to show you the Redensa Suites on Facebook. So all you have to do, all you have to do is just follow Redensa Suite on Facebook, and then it will direct you to this page, and then just simply scan the QR code, answer the questions, complete the entry form, subscribe, like, and share.
Let's keep it simple.
Okay. Scan the QR code.
Scan the QR code and answer 2 questions, and you can win a free night stay here at the Redensa Inn. We're staying at the Redensa Inn. We stayed last night. We love staying here. It's an awesome place. We're digging it. We're definitely digging it. I was pleasantly surprised. It is smack dab in the middle of the downtown area, in the middle of the action. There's pubs around. It's quiet though. It's actually surprisingly quiet. There's restaurants. There's everything you need close by within walking distance. Definitely come to the Redensa Inn if you're looking for a place to stay the weekend or stay a week in Makati. Definitely check out the Redensa Inn. So we'll give you, sign up to Facebook. Go to Facebook.
And then it will direct you to this post.
Yep. Hit that QR code and just hit the QR code and answer 2 questions, and I think that enters you for a chance to win a free night stay here at the Redensa Inn. So definitely do that. People are always asking me, Rich, where should I stay? Do you recommend a place for me to stay when I come to Makati? Stay at the Redensa Inn, right? So hit this, check it out. It'll answer any of your questions about the accommodations. Definitely, the staff is on point.
Yes,
the staff is
accommodating.
Definitely on point. Everything you need, when you need it, before you need it sometimes. So definitely, this is a great place to stay.
Yes.
Right?
So, thank you, Garfield,
So
for all your.
let's
Yes,
back it
let's
up a
back
little
it
bit.
up.
Let's back up a little bit. Let's slow down.
Yes.
Let's back it up. Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
So
All
we
right,
make sure
so-
that we don't miss anyone
So
here.
now you can get back on your.
Okay.
Okay, so so we can ping back and
Yes,
forth,
yes,
right?
Thank
Cool.
you.
All right, and then so let's welcome a few people in the house. Patrick Bowers is in the house. Welcome, Patrick.
Hello, Patrick.
Right, Garfield is in the house. We saw that. Naps is in the house.
Naps.
Mr. is in the house. Theo Gilmore. Theo arrived in the Phils yesterday. Theo, where are you in the Phils? Are you in Makati? And if you're in Makati, are you in Manila? And if you're in Manila, kicking it with us right now. Right?
Yeah, they're
Right?
going to throw in
Exactly.
some furniture.
Yeah, so furniture gonna be moving. Damn it. Ron Hughes is in the house, right?
Yeah.
Ron Hughes says happy
Thank
Mother's
you.
Day.
Thank
Okay.
you, Garfield. Thank you, Ron.
Who's
Thank
in the
you.
house but our beautiful friend Catlin?
Hello, Catlin.
Catlin's in
Good
the
morning.
house,
Happy
right?
Sunday to you.
All right, and then living our lives. LOL is in the house, right?
Okay.
All right, gratefully, but you like that in the house,
Yeah, you want to show them?
right?
Like as you read them? No, just read them. Okay. Anyway.
You know what? Great idea. Great idea. I'm slow today. I'm very slow. All right, so now we're okay.
Okay.
And then okay, so let's get on with our convo. Let's get on with our topics for conversation. Ching, we got a whole bunch of topics. And in the end, I'm gonna save this for the end. Let me do a small diatribe before we get started. I had a live stream last week, and I actually thought it went well. Slick Rick, I talked to Slick Rick. A few people said they thought it went well. We discussed a little politics, but there's a lot of people that got really heated. And I understand politics and religion. Those topics are, there's some really
topics that are hard to discuss.
Yeah, they're hard to discuss for some people. For me, I go into those topics with an open mind. I just go into the topics. Look, here's what I think. Let me hear what you think. I'm not going to call you names. I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'm not gonna delete you or stop being friends with you because your political or religious beliefs are different than mine. I just want to hear what you have to say because I want to be educated. I want to hear another point of view.
Yes.
Anyways, the short of it is a lot of people got heated. I mean, heated. Some people we even stopped being my friend. I'm not sure we were friends in the first place, but some people really got upset. People was calling me names. People were literally calling me names.
A lot of like insulting.
Yeah, insulting me. People that I had literally sat down next to, literally. Now they're suddenly calling me names because we have different
perspectives or political
philosophies, right? So here's my point. My point is, look, I'm happy to discuss religion. I'm happy to discuss. We got a new pope. I'm happy to discuss politics, but I go into it with an open mind. I'm objective. I just care about hearing your opinion. And if you can eloquently state your opinion and give it to me in a way that makes me think, that's all I want. That's all I want from it at all.
Yeah, because sometimes, when you already have your mindset and someone talked about a different perspective, it might change your mind.
It's happened to me before.
Yeah.
I want somebody to open my eyes to something new, some different ideas. So my point in all of this is I'm open to discussing anything as long as you don't insult me, as long as you don't attack me or Ching or attack other people in the comments. I'm open for that kind of stuff. But look, what are we doing if we can't be friends? If you can't have a conversation and not get all heated just because someone has a different opinion than yours. Haven't we all, we're all adults in this channel.
Yes.
Haven't we learned to agree to disagree at this point? There's just a point where you can just say, okay, I feel different. And I'm saying, okay, I feel different too. Let's go get something to eat or let's go get a beer, right? So what we feel different. Do you agree with everything your wife or girlfriend thinks or vice versa? No, there's some stuff she thinks is whack. In my mind, but I'm just saying I know she don't agree with everything I think, but I don't think it should be a reason that you should just stop being friends with somebody unless I say, oh, I think it's okay to be an axe murderer, and Ching says, no, it's not. okay, she might not want to associate with me no more. But other than that, come on, man. Come on. I'm just saying, we got to be bigger than that. All right, let's get on with our topics. Okay?
All right. So our topic for the live stream today is, hold on, give me one moment.
While you're doing that, go ahead and figure that out. I'm gonna just make sure we get some other people in the house. Morris O'Brien
Hello,
is
Morris
in the house,
O'Brien.
right? The mob is in the house, right?
Yes.
All right, living our lives.
Okay.
Living our lives. Let's shout a couple people out.
Living Our Lives said, I'm sorry, well, not really, but I cannot sit down and break bread with anyone that voted for or support National Socialism or injustice. We cannot even discuss liberal views without being attacked.
It's tough, bro. It's tough, and I guess, look, we're all different. I'm not saying anybody's bad or good or I'm better than anybody else. I'm just saying, really, when do we get to a point? I mean, how do you enact change if you don't even discuss different ideas or different points of view? How does anything change? That's all I'm saying. And for me, I don't care what you think. I mean, I'm not saying I don't care what you think. I'm just saying it doesn't matter to me that your thoughts are different than mine. I want to hear your thoughts. When I start closing my mind off to other people's ideas or other ideas, then I stop learning. Then I stop improving. And that's my whole point. And if there's people out there that feel like they can't sit down and talk to other people with different ideas, okay, so be it. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, for me, I want to hear other ideas. I want to open my mind. I want to continue to learn. That's all. Okay. All right. So Garfield, let's get these people through.
All right. Garfield Beeman said, having an open mind is awesome for anyone.
I think so too, Garfield. I really think so too. How do you go wrong when you open your mind to new ideas and new thoughts outside of what you previously thought? I just don't see a way you can go wrong. Right? Okay.
I mean, you've been warned, honey, by people that not talk about politics and what other
but
things.
People, I know, and there's other content creators that said, Rich, be careful, don't talk about politics. And I'm like, no, we can talk about politics. But look, people really get heated. And I don't mind if people are passionate. It is a passionate topic. But yeah, we're men, we're women. We can control that passion. We can be able to discuss things and keep an open mind and just say, you know what, I disagree and I'm cool. That's it, right?
Your opinions can be separated from your friendship.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean that you have different views and opinions. You cannot be friends anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's maybe life or death things where like I'm thinking like I don't know if I want to chill with you no more, right? Like if you say, oh, I'm down for doing rotten things to young children. Okay, come on, man. You know, I can't sit down and eat with you no more. But that's not what we're talking about, right? Okay, all right. Anyway, let's get.
All right.
Bama said good morning. Bama in the Philippines said good morning, guys.
Hello.
Okay. Mr. said.
Mr. said, I don't care about either one of those topics, but some people go overboard with that stuff.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I learned that the hard way, Mr. I really did. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I got my feelings hurt. I mean, I really got my feelings hurt because I really thought that there were people that we had a lot of
like
people in the audience that had an open mind, and I just said, this is what I think. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you think, right? This is what I think, and this is what I'm being transparent. But there are people that just came at me, and I'm like, but I just said what I think. I didn't say you're wrong. I didn't say I'm right. This is what I think, and I'm coming with an open mind. But Mr. You are on point, bro. Some people, they go overboard, right? Yeah.
Troy Coate said, oh man, politics brings the heat.
Troy, you are right, brother. Politics brings the heat.
Not just the heat, it's on fire.
Yeah. It was in fuego, bro. And we are not going to do the politics thing in here. I'm just kind of venting. And I've vented to a couple people already and let them know how I felt. I seriously, my feelings were hurt, bro. I mean, for reals, right?
Yeah. All right. So, Living Our Lives said, y'all know that American Christians are attacking the new Pope because he promotes what Jesus said regarding to the hungry, homeless, and immigrants. They call him a woke.
That's what I read. That is what I read, okay?
Hello, Mark Eastlands from the Philippines to America.
What's up?
Thank you for joining us on our live stream.
Absolutely.
And if you just came into our live stream, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It will really help us a lot in our YouTube algorithm. Just keep on clicking or putting a thumbs up in there. And don't forget, please follow Redenza Sweets on Facebook and scan the QR code.
Yeah, show it to him. Show it to him. Give it to him. Yeah, what?
Where's
Be careful.
it?
You better be careful with your picture. Yeah,
I know.
you better really be careful with your picture.
Yeah, hold on. So you just need to follow Redenza Sweets, and then here it will be directed you to this page, and then just scan the QR code and join our FOMO.
And you can win a free night stay at the Redenza Suites, right?
Here at Redenza Suites.
Yeah, they got some cool little
background
music.
Theme
That's
song.
okay. All right, Tobias Michaels is in the house.
Hello, Tobias.
Good morning, Tobias,
Good
or good evening,
morning.
Tobias, I should say, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Dennis is in the house. Dennis says, let's change the topic, Dennis. I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just shouting people out. Hey, I learned my lesson, bro. We are not doing politics. We are not doing politics in here.
You just want to rant a little,
I just
out
want
a
to
little.
let you guys know how I felt. But yeah, we're changing the topic, bro. All
It's
right.
all in the past now.
That's past is past, right? All right.
Yeah. So our topic for today's live stream is very interesting. And the question is, are the city girls in the Philippines becoming more and more westernized?
Yeah. Okay. So that's the question. Are the city girls, and not just the city, we could just say are the women, right? But specifically, we're in Manila. So Manila, Cebu, Davao, are the women in the big cities becoming more and more westernized? I saw something last night that let me know that women here are definitely becoming more and more westernized.
Especially the younger women.
The younger women, you see women, more women with the longer fingernails, the longer nails done, and with the eyelashes. I mean, not the crazy long ones like sometimes you see, but the eyelashes, the nails, and some may or may not even have a job, and you start wondering, what does she get the money to be doing all of that? But anyway, but I think so. Let us know what you think. Are the women here in the Philippines, especially the city girls, are they becoming more and more westernized? And how do you think they're becoming more and more westernized? That's the key point.
Okay. So before we move on to the questions, let's shout out some people there. Hey, S.R. Williams.
What's up?
Hello.
What's up, my man? Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. And Living Our Life said, my wife became southernized. She loves more some soul food.
All right. I'm cool with this. The Southernized thing, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So, Maurice O'Brien said, as adults, we have to agree to disagree at times.
Exactly.
If you can't discuss any topic without ending a friendship because you don't see their point of view, it's ludicrous.
Yeah. How do you keep growing? How do you keep growing if you just shut your mind off to new ideas? How do you continue to grow? You can hear an idea and say, you know, I don't agree. I'm cool with that. But just be willing to hear, I think, is really important. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right.
I like staring at you when you're so passionate about what you're saying.
Thank you.
You're
Right?
welcome. Yeah. So Calvin Vitalis, here's the link for the Redenza Suites. Okay. So Calvin. Yeah, thank you.
Calvin's the owner of the Redenza Suites, and so I'm sure he's going to be sending a link in just a second. Who's in the house? But
it's the grand boss, Herbie.
He changed his name
from Big Boss.
Grand Boss.
It's now the Grand Boss.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. What's up? Woo! All right. Okay. What's up? Hey, it's Slick Rick. It's not Big Boss no more. The Grand Boss.
It's
the Grand Boss. Right. All right.
All right. So Dennis A. Hello, welcome. He asked a question. How about Cheng? Is she a city girl?
Are you a city girl?
Yes,
She's
I am.
a city girl. She's a city girl. How do you have you changed? Are you becoming more westernized?
I don't see no nails and eyelashes, but I think I still am.
I don't see no nails.
No long fingers.
I don't see any.
And don't see any long fingernails. Come on, y'all.
Yeah. But that's where I come from. Anyway.
I'm just
I got you.
But anyway, I'm a city girl, born and raised in the city. But I think, what you think? What do you think? Am I a city girl or traditional?
But you're a traditional city girl. I think you're a traditional city. That's my opinion.
Okay.
If you were sporting the long nails and the CUM catchers, for the eyelashes, and you got beautiful hair. I always love your
Thank
hair.
you.
So you don't need a wig. In fact, people probably use your hair for
Yeah,
it.
I actually donate my hair when it's long
Right.
to make a wig.
Somebody gonna have some good hair in a little bit. Anyway, you are a city girl, but you keep traditional values.
Thank you.
You understand the dynamic of the relationship.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Right?
Thank you, Paul.
Right.
All right. So, Mr.
Yeah.
It's like, woo!
All right.
All right. Mr. said, I don't care what anyone else say. They still the Oakland Raiders to me.
Boo! Boo! Oakland Raiders. Anyway, yeah, they move. Anyway, I don't even get started. The Oakland Raiders, but they did get a good running back. That's all I'm saying. That dude is the real deal. Okay. All right, next.
Hello, Journey, Trials, and Joy. Of course they are. The world is connected through internet.
The
Yes.
internet, right? I think there's two things. There's the internet and this thing. This thing is, I think, the biggest way that a lot of Filipinos became Westernized is right here. Is right here. When everybody here got access to a mobile phone, it changed the dynamic here. It completely changed the dynamic here, because before people had to go to an internet cafe to meet people, but now with this thing, women have lots of opportunities to get money.
Yes.
And that's why you hear all the time that there's scammers, right? Scammers, because they can now.
Before they weren't even like scammers.
How did you scam people before? Right? I mean, I guess you could on the internet cafe ask for money, but now you have women can go on multiple dating sites and be asking for money. So I mean, a lot of cats don't know. This is how a lot of women live their lives here. Is literally asking dudes for money. It's a numbers game. It's like sales. It's a numbers game. You get on multiple sites. You talk to multiple men. Ask multiple men for $20. $20 is nothing to us, but to them that's 1,000 pesos. So if you got 100 men giving you 1,000 pesos, do the math.
Yeah.
Do the math. 100 men giving you 1,000 pesos a week, right? Or 10 men. Right, you ask 100 men, 10 of them give you 1,000 pesos.
10,000.
Exactly. You
don't have a job.
Exactly.
You don't need a job.
And if one of you, that is her job. And if some suckers out there start thinking that she's his girlfriend, giving her money, now she's got this sucker and another sucker giving her money, and she's living off you with her boyfriend, with her local boyfriend. And I think a lot of cats don't understand that.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay.
They use the money you give them for milk tea and for Jollibee.
Yep, they use it to buy gifts for their boyfriend.
Yes.
Right?
Troy Coat said, "Oh, I hope not. It will be the downfall of traditional Filipino."
I hope not. I hope not too, Troy. I really hope not. But it's tough. You see it. You definitely see it here. You definitely see it here. It is what it is.
Very evident when it comes to especially younger Filipinas. I would say, because I encounter a lot of younger Filipinas, because they're my students on that age range from 19 years old to 22. They have, really long nails, all that lashes, and the way they dress.
Right. Another thing I see, a lot more skin.
Yeah,
a lot more skin. I remember when I was here, the first time, you didn't see no skin, no belly buttons, no cleavage. And I'll still admit, when you walk down the street here in Manila, you don't see a ton. No, it is nothing like at home. But now you see cleavage more. You see a lot more cleavage. You see more skin.
Tight, if not skin, tight clothing.
Tight ass clothes. Yeah, you see a lot more of that than you saw before. So that's definitely, the influence of Western culture. Okay.
All right. So Living Our Lives said, I think they're becoming what they are starting to see more of.
Exactly.
The way they dress and act. I mean, even back in the 80s, they were slowly shifting to American urban ways.
I agree.
Like people here in the Philippines always think about, oh, I want this. They do this in America. We want a lot of times we want imported products. That's why there are shops here that sell imported goods from the US, from Korea. We want imported stuff, and we want to become people from the other countries.
Right.
Let's say, for example, in Korea, we want to have most Filipinos would want to have like glass skin, like Koreans, and whiter skin complexion. That's why they have a lot of beauty products that they use.
Okay. She's laughing because you guys can't see. Right down here, you guys don't know. Ching can go off on a diatribe. She can run the live stream, and y'all will never get a word in. Y'all will never even speak a word. She'll never shout nobody out. She'll be talking from the moment we start to the moment we end if I don't stop. You guys just don't know. Okay, all right, okay, next.
Naps said there are a lot of province women coming to the big cities for work, so I think there can be a mix of both.
I think so too.
And also, mix of both, and at the same time, when those province girls come here to the city, they become city girls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so Nats also said, for me, tattoos, strange colored hair, and long fingernails or high heels are a red flag for me.
Absolutely.
Those long fingernails are crazy.
Absolutely. And in truth, the girls' fingernails were in the US, the girls' fingernails I saw last night were like normal. They were kind of like normal in my mind, in my opinion. But you don't see that here is the point. And her fingernails were maybe like this long. That long, which is nothing for what we're used to seeing at home, but it's different than what you see here.
Yeah.
And so you just see here, and she had all the decor, the little decor
glitter,
stuff,
or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it.
And so you see the difference. You just don't see that here, and so you see that it's creeping in slowly but surely, right?
Yes. So again, before we continue reading the next one, the comment of Grand Boss, don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
Right, hit the thumbs up and follow Redenza Sweets on Facebook.
That's right.
Go to Redenza Sweets on Facebook. Follow, like, follow, and share. Hit the QR code. Scan that QR code and enter to get a chance to win a free night stay. People are always saying, Richie Rich, where do I stay when I come to Manila? Come stay at the Redenza Suites.
Yes.
And the price is right, people. The price is right. The staff is on hit. The rooms are nice. Definitely.
Very close to restaurants, the mall, walking distance. There's Circuit Mall.
And I can look out the window and see where I live too. So if y'all want to hook up with Richie Rich with us, it's a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah.
We can hook up real easy. So that's a cool thing too.
Yes, that's right. So next is
there we go.
Yeah, there. Thank you. So the Grand Boss, Herbie said, like the Grand Moff Tarkin or Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah. She doesn't.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's Star Wars.
Okay.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yeah, we'll get you. All right. Okay.
And Boss said he was promoted. Here.
How come that? Okay, gotcha. How come it's not?
I don't know. It's lagging. I have no idea. Okay, so let's try to move to the banner. But before we move on, while you're doing that, while you're figuring it out, again, this is a call-in live stream.
It just stopped. Everything stopped.
Priming. What happened?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's try to put some comments in there.
I don't know. I think we got it.
We got
we just
lagged
right.
a little. Okay. So
there we go.
Right. Is it?
There we go.
Okay, perfect.
Woo. Yeah.
So tech issues that we can't get rid of tech issues. But anyway, so Grand Boss, I didn't notice you changed your handle.
He changed his handle. He's the Grand Boss now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So
he said he's promoted.
I know, right? So Black Knight Passport.
What?
Maybe it's an internet.
I think it's an internet thing. Okay. All right.
So Black Knight Passport said, yo, new setup. We're actually here at the Redenza Suites in Makati. So if you want to stay here in a cozy place near everything, it's near restaurants, follow Redenza Suites on Facebook, and then it will direct you to the post. Scan the QR code and get a chance to win a free night stay here at the Redenza Suites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So Hood J said, "Kamusta ka Ayo? What up, big homie? How are you?"
What's up? What's up, Hood J's in the house?
Hello, Hood J. And Patrick Bower said, "I like pretty toes, but not them long nails."
Patrick, you know what? I like pretty toes too. Do you have your toes done? With your hairy gorilla toes.
Oh, grabe.
I like pretty toes too. Some nice toenail stuff done, pedicure. I like that too. I mean, people don't need to go overboard, but some nice pretty toes do. I mean, we're visual creatures, so I'm with that too. But all of the whole, all the shenanigans and all the different glitter and glitz and glam. Yeah,
the gems.
I'm cool on all of that.
Yeah. So, Kathleen said, "For me, enhancing a woman's physical appearance, as long as it's not too much. What is important, she maintains the traditional Filipino values. What I mean is, what is inside matters."
Now, Kathleen, I'm gonna use you as an example, right? So we had the interview with Kathleen a couple of weeks ago. If you look at her presentation, she presented herself in a nice manner. She's a pretty young woman. She didn't have these super long nails. Wasn't wearing a whole bunch of jewelry. Not a whole bunch of makeup. Very, very little makeup actually, and still looked beautiful. In my opinion, that's what a traditional Filipino woman looks like. But same thing.
Thank
a
you.
little bit of tiny bit of eye makeup. Very little. Yeah, just that to me. In my opinion, I think a lot of men want natural, as natural as possible. Like Kathleen said, a little bit of enhancement ain't bad, but
it's not too much.
Exactly.
That you want to be like a runway model.
Right. It's your body, though.
Yes.
Ultimately, it's your body. You can do with it whatever you want to. I'm just talking about what I think what a lot of men want, or what a lot of men look for or like, right? Okay.
I mean, what matters, just like what Kathleen said, what matters is in the inside. Exactly.
And Tobias said it's about the attitude,
yes.
Right? And I agree. It's about the attitude. It's how you present yourself. I think that has a lot to do with it. How you present yourself, how you hold yourself in public and around other people. I absolutely agree with that.
Yes. So Mr. said, "For the record, if I miss any comments, please forgive me because I'm eating honey barbecue wings with one hand and typing with the other hand." I would like to have wings later.
Some hot wings sound good. Yeah, we might have to get some hot wings for Mother's Day. You want some Mother's Day?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
All right. So, Grand Boss, where are you these days?
Right. Good question. Good question, boss.
And Maurice O'Brien said, "If Filipinos start doing things like the West, we'll be sad."
What'll happen? Cats will find another place to go. That's not the Philippines.
Yes.
Because look, the internet, people, things get out there, and when the narrative starts getting out there that Filipinos are Westernized, a lot of cats are going to leave the Philippines and go to Thailand, or start going to Cambodia or Indonesia or Vietnam, right? And which is already happening in some ways, but I think that's definitely what will happen, I believe. Right?
So that's her reply to Tobias. So yes, the attitude. It's not right to judge a person by their outward appearance. What should be looked at is what's in her heart.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
I also have a
Kevin, and since we're just having a conversation, I think we all judge people by their outward appearance, whether we like it or not. I mean, if somebody walks up to you and they have nose piercings, 50,000 tattoos all over their body, you're not going to judge them. I think it's natural that we judge other people. How do you decide who to keep as your friend? I think you decide based on what they look like. We don't. Okay. We have Morris on the phone. Hold on. Oh, we missed Morris.
And while we're waiting for Morris to call back, so Grand Boss Herbie said, "There are no scammers, only nitwits that are stupid enough." Sorry.
There you go.
Okay. Only nitwits that are stupid enough to be part of their scandals.
I hear you. Okay. We got Morris on the phone, and hold on, let's get Morris on. Morris, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, let's do this one. Oh, you know what? Hang tight, Morris. Hang tight for just a second.
Yes.
I need to connect this Bluetooth real quick.
All
Give me
right.
a
So
quick moment.
while Rich is trying to connect Morris, so let's have Rayshard Smith. Hello, Rayshard.
Okay. All right. And Morris, can you hear us now?
Yes, I hear you.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. Sorry about that. What's on your mind, Morris? Talk to us.
Yes, it's like the old adage. It's don't judge a book by its cover, and all that glitters ain't good. Because if a woman's gonna if the Filipinas are going to dress and act like Western girls, their looks are gonna fade over time. The body's gonna fade over time. What matters is what's inside. It's your character, the
Absolutely.
attitude, and if those two ain't right, no matter what happens in the relationship, it's not gonna last.
I totally agree with that. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Because no matter how pretty or how sexy a woman is, if she's disrespectful, unappreciative, and it goes for male and female.
It does.
And that the significant others can get tired of the relationship and check out.
Absolutely. Morris, with that being said, let me ask you a question. If a woman walks up to you, she has a septum ring in her nose. She has multiple piercings, tattoos everywhere. Come catch the eye. Sorry, we might have to be the long eyelashes, long ass fingernails. Are you messing with her?
I'll talk to her.
But are you messing with her though? Come on, man. Come on.
I would have to.
Come on.
I have to talk to her because you don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Some people do that just for attention.
Right. But if she's wanting that much attention, is that the woman you really want, Morris?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, look, first of all, thank you for calling in because we love people calling in.
Yes.
I'm saying let's be real though. Let's keep it real. Look, we all judge. Whether we like it or not. Nobody wants to be judged, but that's how we determine who we mess with, who we spend our time with, is because we judge, right? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong, but we do judge.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yes.
Okay. I'm definitely I'm with everything you said, but I'm saying when people say don't judge a book by its cover, I say yes, but no, right? If you're the boss, I'll give another scenario. If you're the boss of a company and you're doing interviews and somebody comes in and is tatted out, septum rings, face tattoos, colored hair, long nails, is that the woman you want to hire versus a whole bunch of other people who are dressed traditionally?
No, because that person represents your business.
Boom, boom. And just the same, the woman represents you. Represents you,
Yes.
right? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else to add? Thanks for the call for sure. Anything else you want to add?
No. But you guys have a great evening. And
Thank you so
to
much.
everyone that's on the channel.
Morris, don't let this be the last time you call in, brother.
Oh yes, I called.
All right, brother.
I catch you guys as soon as I come in. I gotta say hello.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Appreciated.
All right,
Thank
brother.
you so much,
Thanks for
Morris.
calling in. Take care, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So I think that, a lot of, like, for example, when a woman dresses like that, just like what you described. So when a man meets that woman, of course, when they're together already, the man would slightly ask, could you dress to be presentable? Of course, because you're together already. But what if that woman would say, oh, you should love me for what I am. You met me like this.
No.
Okay,
no.
so.
But I met you when you were single, right? Now you represent me.
Yes.
Now what you look like represents me, and this is my expectation. These are the boundaries I'm setting up, and look, if you want to dress that way, that's okay. Might have to part ways. I get it. You have the freedom to dress however you want to dress, look how you want to look. But now you represent me.
Exactly.
Right now, everything you do rubs off on me, and how people look at you is how they look at me.
That's right.
So that's what I'm saying. Okay, go ahead with Richard.
So,
Richard Smith is in the house, by the way.
Hello, Richard Smith, big fan of Brothers in the Philippines. Richie, I've asked content creators this. What say you? Where are the thick curvy Filipinas here, brother? I'm used to dating systems.
Hey, bro, let me just tell you, there are some thick curvy ones now because they do not stop eating the rice, right? If you like thick and curvy, bruh, come here to Manila, especially Manila. If you like thick and curvy, you are not going to have a problem. There are thick and curvy women in Manila. Make no mistake about it, right? Yeah. We were just talking.
But you are going to compete with. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You're going to compete with Filipinos because Filipinos like thick and curvy.
Yeah, because we just talked about this last night, right?
We like it somehow interviewed.
The Filipino men like the thick and curvy. They like the women that are bigger than them. They like the thick and curvy women. So there's going to be some competition, bro. Yeah, but they're out here, Michelle. Yes. Right.
But for the other dudes or for the other foreigners who come here, you're not gonna have some competition with the skinny ones.
Exactly. Earl Burgett is in the house. Go ahead.
Hello, Earl. Hey, Richie and Cheng. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers. Thank you so much.
Thanks. We appreciate it, Earl.
So, Richard Smith said, I know them Pinays can be thicker. Where can I find them? There's a lot in Manila.
Right here in Manila. Right here in Manila.
Yes. So, Living Our Life said, one of the main reasons I dated my wife was because she did not embrace that Western street look. No walking comic books.
Exactly. That's kind of what it reminds me, is like a walking comic book, bro. And it's crazy. It is crazy. And again, when I try to be objective and think about this place compared to Western countries, and there's no comparison. It's getting there. I mean, you see a lot. Walk around in the U.S. and not see women showing off their cleavage. I mean, showing a lot of
wherever you look.
Everywhere you look, there's women showing off their cleavage. Everywhere, or women with shorty shorts. Where you might, if you look close, you could see certain things. But I'm just saying. But here you don't see that yet. But you do see a little bit more cleavage.
More skin.
You see a little bit more skin now that you never would have saw before. So it's getting here. Yeah. It's getting here. Right? All right. So Patrick Bowers said, online adult content creation has become big worldwide. I see a lot of Philippines doing it. You know, I don't know about the adult content creation world. I can't speak to it. No shade. I mean, but I would say I believe that. I would say I definitely believe that. Look, it's a way for people to make money. And if you can make money doing something, how else would it be different than what a lot of people are doing here anyway? Right? And I don't see how it would be a lot different. It might be safer. Okay? Anyway. Okay?
Yeah. Hello, Journey, Trials and Joy. The problem is the influence of old men and Westerners. Asia now is flooded with foreign men. They are changing the society of the Philippines.
How so? JTJ, I'm just going to say JTJ. How so? You said they're changing the society of the Philippines. If you will, call in. Give us more on that. How do you feel like they're changing the society? Give us more on that. Give us a call.
And also, just before we read the next one, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to follow Dances Sweets on Facebook.
Yep, exactly. Okay.
So Grand Boss said it's the K-pop BS too.
Really? I don't see. There's a lot of people into K-pop. I've never followed or watched K-pop.
It's a genre of the younger.
Right? Is it a lot of skin?
The K-pop, like no skin. There's just like Korean pop music that Filipinos are really into.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All
right. So the Western men are changing, Jen.
Okay. JTJ, give us a call and expand on that. I'm curious to hear your take, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just curious to hear your take on how Western men are changing them. Are you saying it's because that's what Western men like to see, because that's what we're used to seeing at home, so we're wanting them to dress the same way women dress at home? let us know what you think. Tell us
Yeah.
why.
Tell us why and call us on our number 415-490-8030.
All right, so we'll just
Yes.
stick that number right there real quick.
So this is a call-in live stream. Call in
course.
and give us your take.
All right, so there's the number. Give us a call. You're welcome. You guys, give us a call whenever. We love the calls. We always love the calls. So definitely drop in and give us a call. And let's see, where were we?
Sorry.
All right. It messes with us anytime we. Yeah, it scrolls it up. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
So okay, so
Troy, we'll go to Troy actually.
It was Patrick Bowers again. Okay. Anyway, so you were.
All right.
Troll quote said. Troll quote said, "Oh yeah, man, conservative values are eroding. My Filipina actually asked me if she is showing too much."
Good. That's how it should be. Okay, okay, this is Richie, Rich, and Ching in the house. Who's calling?
This is Journey, Trials, and Joy.
Hello,
JTJ. Thanks for hitting us up. We appreciate it. Thanks for calling. Let's expand on your idea. Tell us how you said the foreign men are coming in here and they're changing the minds of the local Filipino women. How so?
Okay, so it was very apparent to me because I only been to Philippines once. When I was with my fiance, it was very apparent to me how much influence the Western people do have on there. It's just the way that the Filipinos treat the Westerners, but also the way that the foreigners have an influence on the culture. So, case in point, a guy would go there and the native Filipinos would put that person in high regard.
Yes.
So how that person acts influences the culture and the people there. And the way that he interacts with the people also did that.
made some great points, and I would love to say I disagree, but I don't. But I don't. I absolutely.
You're a smart guy, Richie, because like obviously you see it for what it is, and I think you're like one of the very few honest bloggers from the Philippines that tell people the truth, because you see it for what it is, and you tell the people, you know, what the reality is. I think a lot of us who are just viewers have to be able to understand that the Philippines is not a paradise. It's like any other place in the world. I mean, so I was born in Ghana in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
When I went back home in 2012, there was a lot of white men in Africa marrying all the beautiful Ghanaian women.
Right.
So I'm thinking to myself, like, the things change, society changed, and before you know it, Ghana, when my family left in 1990 on that plane to Liverpool, England, it's when I came back 20-something years later, 30-something years later, it's now a mixed society. It's not just black faces, it's a whole bunch of mixed people and everything. So
Interesting.
To me, it takes generations to change, but this change is going to be really quick, because you're not just dealing with mass immigration, you're dealing with also culture through an interconnected world through technology that wasn't there when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s. Now it's just very recent, and that change is going to be very quick, and it's going to change generation after generation. And if the older guys who are saying, "Oh, I'm going to go to the Philippines to find it younger," they're not going to find that. They're not going to find it, because
I hear you.
By the time that they get here, they're already the change
Exactly.
has already happened.
It's already happened.
Yeah.
It's already happened. JTJ, we gotta run. But listen, do not let this be the last time you call in. Love getting your perspective.
Yes.
Love getting your take on it, because again, this is what I'm talking about. When people call in, when you get hit with other ideas and other thoughts, it opens your mind to new stuff, things maybe a way you didn't think about it. So I love that. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. All right.
Yeah. Thank you, JTJ.
All right. Take care. All right.
Thank you. Bye. All right.
That's what I'm talking about, though. That's what I'm talking. I want to hear that. I want other people to hit us. Give me your ideas. Tell me what you think. Even if it's different than what I think, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna call you names and attack you, you dumb bastard. Yeah, people. I don't get that. I don't understand that. Man.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
All right. So Rodney said it's getting scary to talk to the Filipinas now.
You never know what you're gonna get, right?
It's like a box of chocolates.
Yes, baby. It's like a box of chocolates. Right?
All
Forrest Gump. Right?
So
Mike T is in the house. Hey, Mike T, what's going on?
Blessed morning, Richie and Chang. Happy Blessed Mother's Day, Chang. Thank you so much, Mike T. Appreciate you. So Slick Rick said, everyone, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button at the notification button. Thank you so much. And don't forget to follow Redenza Sweets on Facebook. Scan the QR code and get the chance to win a one-night stay here at Redenza Sweets.
You keep doing the same thing. All right, why are you doing why are you doing that? Mr. said they got booty butter under those long fingernails, right? I knew that would get you. Right?
Okay, so it will direct you to this page on their Facebook, and scan the QR code and just follow the instructions, and you can have a chance to win.
Enter for a chance to win a one-night stay here at the Redenza Suites, right?
Yes.
All right.
So, all right. So, Big Boss, when we
Grand Boss, right? It's hanging in Pagadian City. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
And
all right.
Hello. Good morning to you, Dover. Have a nice weekend. Good couple. Happy Mother's Day to you, Cheng. Thank you. My family now will go out to celebrate this day. Happy Mother's Day to your wife, Dover.
Happy Mother's Day to your wife, Dover. And thank you for stopping in and spending a little time with us before you get going. We appreciate you.
Thank you. All right. So, Grand Boss, right on, brother. I'm going to hit you up one day soon, brother. Okay. Sup, Mister? That was funny. You said about long nails. I know. The butter.
The booty butter. Yeah, booty butter. Yeah. Okay.
So, Mister said, I don't like when women wear the open toe shoes and their toes are touching the floor. Your toes should
you've been watching that Pop the Balloon show. because you've been watching that Pop the Balloon show, because I've seen that many times on that show where their toes are crinkling.
Longer than the sandals.
Their toes are hanging off the ends of the shoes, and it just doesn't look really good at all, right? Yeah, looking like a shrimp cocktail. Right.
That's the best way to describe
exactly.
it.
That's what Mr. said, not me. Right.
So Jover said, for me, the beauty is the simple looks with few makeup and modest outfit. And more importantly is the character of the woman that makes her beautiful.
I totally agree.
Babe, that's what makes you beautiful. Maybe you like that.
I have no idea what you're saying.
And you don't know because it's One Direction. You don't even know that.
No
okay,
idea.
So,
Next.
okay, so Black Knight said, valuing and preserving what's on the outside is important as well.
I agree.
Self-degradation because of scholarism is a big problem in Asia. I see some Filipinos who embrace the morena, but they are few.
Right. I have a question. And I have a question for the women in here. I think there's a couple women in here. How do you expect a man to look at you for who you are, for your character, if the women are sexualizing themselves? How do you expect? This is my whole thing. I've heard women say, and I'm not saying all, because it's certainly not all. I've heard women say, "Oh, I delete a guy because he asked for some sex pictures or some nude pics or whatever, so I deleted him. He was a dirty, rotten this or that." But if your pictures in your profile, are all sexy pictures, and you're showing a lot of skin and laying on it, how do you expect him to approach you? If that's what you're putting out there, what do you expect to get back? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, what are you expecting to get back if that's your presentation?
Yes.
If you're presenting yourself in that way, how would he not look at you that way? Because that's how we're starting off. This is how we're going to start our relationship. I'm showing you this, and you expect me to look at you like you're, like you have a PhD and you're, like you're a rocket scientist. How does that work? That's my question. And Catlin, you're always welcome to call in. You know this. So I'd love to hear an opinion on that.
I heard one. It's a joke from, I think, Dave Chappelle about uniforms. When you approach someone looking like a police because he's wearing a police uniform, you would assume that his job is a police because he's wearing a police uniform. But when you're wearing cleavage, you're wearing a dress that shows cleavage, shorty shorts,
yeah, whatever,
and then that guy would approach you, you would assume you're a
that your job is different, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
you're like a 304,
Exactly.
And then you'll get mad to that guy approaching you like a 304 because you presented yourself that way. I mean,
Exactly.
do not be. This is just my opinion, do not be mad with men catcalling you if you don't present yourself like someone to be catcalled.
I seldom hear about women being catcalled who are dressed in traditional clothes. Or dressed in, with conservative clothes, I should say, right? Mr. said some of the women can throw rocks with their feet. Sorry, Slick Rick said that. Some of them can throw. You're so wrong with that, bro.
I know, okay. But Filipinos we can pick up things using our feet. That's a skill. But anyway, okay. Stokely McDonald, hello.
What's
Stokely.
up, Stokely? What's going on, bro?
Hello, thank you for the greetings, Stokely. And then Rodney said. Is it? Yeah. It was earlier.
And
maybe.
By the way, let me know, is Slick Rick, is my mic still cutting out, or is my sound okay now? Slick Rick said my mic was cutting out, but hopefully not. Still cutting out, okay?
So Rodney said, I agree to judge a person by what their heart, but you don't know a person until you get to know them. So your outside appearance is the first thing you see.
It.
Yes.
Our first impressions are important.
Yes.
Are super important.
Yes, super important. And we know that men are visual creatures, and you just based on what you just judge based on what you see the first time.
Right.
So audio is dropping a bit. I don't know if based on volume or not. So I guess it was earlier maybe when we had
we had a little tech issue when JTJ was calling in, and I don't know how we saved it, but we did. We were actually panic stricken. Yeah. We were like, oh damn, what are we doing?
Saying anything.
Right, yeah. But JTJ was chopping it up and making some sense and saying and spitting, and spitting facts. And so that took care of it. But
Yeah.
okay, hopefully it's better.
He kept us hanging.
Okay, yeah, he kept us in the game, right?
Yeah.
And okay, Slicker
So-
Chad's back now. Okay?
Yeah, okay. So Troy Quote said, hey, end of the day, if they display Western traits, then they are just another Western woman. I'm there for traditional quality woman, not Western drama. Okay, wow.
Yeah, Troy, I totally agree with that. Look, we want to pretend that we don't judge, but we do judge. We do judge. How did you pick your best friend? Because you judged his character. How did you pick your wife? Because you judged how she looked when you met her. I mean, that first impressions matter. We want to pretend like they don't matter, but they do. They absolutely do matter.
Yeah, but sometimes also, you know, when you mesh with someone, even if they are not what you expected them to appear,
Sure.
like you talk to them, you see that they have a great personality,
Absolutely.
that maybe they can change your mind a bit, you
Absolutely.
know. But the appearance, again, the bottom line is the appearance, the first thing you see. So
It is.
whether you like it or not, just like women, when you see some.
So, you want to read that, huh?
Yes, Luckway Roads. Tattoos are manly. I wouldn't want to sleep with a chick that looks like a biker.
Who does? I mean, who does, other than bikers, right? I don't know. I think we are what we are, and I think most men don't want the tats. Most men don't want the super long ass nails. Most men don't want the super long. And the men that want them, they want them for the night, not for. They want them for tonight, not forever, right? I'm just saying. Most of the time, I can't speak for all men, but that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
right?
not the full sleeve tattoos. Maybe a minimal tattoo, like
Right.
something small.
Mhm.
Would that considered be a like tattoo for you?
Mhm.
Okay, so Kathleen said, I don't have a tattoo though. Wanted the small one, but changed my mind to have one.
But you know what? Look, do you have a tattoo?
I don't have it.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I don't see nothing wrong with a small, tiny tattoo.
Like something at
Yes.
I want something at the back.
No, we're not doing. Well, I mean,
It was just like my thing before that I wanted to do. But
Okay. I mean,
Oh, good.
You can do that. You can
good
do
that
yeah.
I did not.
Yeah. You could do that, but yeah. Anyway, but
Small tattoo.
small tattoo here. I mean, I don't know. I think everything in modesty and good taste. A lot of things can be fine in modesty and in good taste.
Because a lot of women would think that when they have a tattoo, they think that it will make me more cool, you know, look cool. So, and also a lot of people think that, you know, you'll get more attention if you have, or people will look at you. That's what it is for me, for tattoos.
I mean, why else do you have it there except for people to look at?
And also people say those who have tattoos, I have nothing against tattoos because it's their way of expressing themselves.
It's art.
It's art, you know. So yeah, but I want my clean body. But anyway, Dover said, my wife is truly the manifestation of a traditional Filipina, caring, feminine, and nurturing. Gladly, the luckiest man I have to be her husband.
I got mad respect for you, Jover, and for your wife, right? Exactly.
Yes. Septum ring. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way, Black Knight. No way, right?
I think cows only. Sorry. For me, cows have rings here.
Yeah, they have septum rings, right? I don't even anyway. I don't even understand why someone would want that, and
What's
would
the
feel like that's
purpose?
attractive. Well, I mean, culturally, there are some in Africa. Yeah, there are some places in Africa where that is a thing, but we're in Western culture. And in Africa, if you come from an African culture, that might be attractive to you.
Yeah.
That might be attractive to you. I'm not mad at you. But for me, I'm American. And that's not part of our culture. It never has been. And I think, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I speak for most Western men or American men. That's not attractive to most men.
Okay. Robert Tatum. Hello, Robert.
What's up, Robert?
Hi, Richie. Happy Mother's Day, Cheng. Enjoy Mother's Day, Cheng and Richie. Thank you so much for the greetings. And don't forget, if you just came in or joined our live stream, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Give us one. You have two. And also, don't forget to follow Redensa Sweets on Facebook and get a chance to win a free night stay here at Redensa Sweets. Scan the QR code.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
So, Jover said, for me, Western traits is a red flag to avoid.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Look, I'm for an independent woman. I'm for a strong woman. But where I have issues is where that conflicts with family. I think all the way up until it conflicts with you having a family or you having disagreements with your spouse because you want to do what you want to do instead of putting your family first. That's the only disagreement. If you want to work, go work. In fact, I want you to work, right? If you want to have your own money, you should have your own money. But I'm saying all within the confines of a family unit.
Yeah.
That's my own personal thinking. I'm not mad at anybody who thinks different. In fact, give me a different opinion. The one thing you'll get from me is that I'm always open to hearing someone else's opinion. I might not agree, and that's okay, but I want to hear your opinion. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, that's right. So Kathleen said, is septum ring same as nose ring? Yes.
No, it's not.
A nose ring is here. Nasal.
Yeah, a nose ring is
here.
here. Sometimes it might be a little loop or a little hoop. The septum ring goes inside your nose and comes
here.
Can you see if you can pull up a septum ring?
Okay.
Right?
Hold on.
Yeah, the septum ring goes inside of your nose. It's like what cows have. And it's kind of like this.
Yes.
But a nose ring can be a piercing right here. It can be a little hoop right here, something like that. But yeah, this is the septum ring, right? I can make a little closer. Right, that's the septum ring, yeah. And a lot of times they're much bigger than that. Yeah, that's a better one. That's a better one. Yeah, like there, yeah. And I just, it's not attractive to most men. And there's got to be some men who like it. There must be, or else people wouldn't do it, I guess.
A nose ring is here.
Yeah, and it could be a hoop too. It could be a little hoop too. But I think most men are just not going to like it. And Joey said it, body piercing, tattoos, or red flags. Joey, I'm going to be honest. If you have a tattoo, maybe a small tattoo, and in a place, maybe it has your kid's name or your wife's name or your husband's name or whatever, I don't have a problem with that. But when you have tats all over your body, and that's just my own opinion, my own preference. In a lot of body piercings, I'm just not with that. I'm not with that. And I get it's art. It might be art to some women, but for me, I'm just not with that. And I think most men are going to agree. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. said, I don't mind if she catches it, but I'd rather she not wear the eyelashes when she does. Mr.
You are on one today, bro. You are definitely on one today, right?
So
okay.
Corporal Hicks. Hello, Corporal Hicks. Thank you for joining us on our live stream.
What's up, brother?
I always wondered why Panda Express and Subway are only located in Manila, but Burger King and McDonald's are in other places in the Philippines. Really? I know Panda Express because I see them.
Panda. We got Panda
Subway.
And Subway, we got Subway close by here. Right? Yeah.
So
there's no Subways other places?
I'm not sure. In Metro Manila, I know there are. Outside the Metro Manila, I'm not sure.
I never paid attention. I gotta believe that there's got to be Panda Express and Subway in Cebu.
In malls, in big malls,
Cebu, or Ilo. I'm trying to think about it. I feel like there was an Ilo.
I'm not sure.
I kind of feel like there was. I'm not sure.
But maybe probably in malls or SM malls because that's where Panda Express is. All right. So okay. So let's move on to Black Knight. Yes, I don't even believe she should dress the way that she's single, Richie. She's representing her parents, God, and her friends. Does she suddenly get morals?
Okay, let me reread that.
Okay.
I don't believe she should dress that way when she's single, Richie. She's representing her parents. She's representing God and her friends. Does she suddenly get morals? Black Knight, I don't disagree with you, bro.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just going to say something about representing her parents because just a personal note, like when I go out, my mother literally have a dress check on me, inspects. If I'm wearing a dress, she's going to call me out. Are you wearing cycling shorts inside? So she's going to inspect every time I go out because you're a representation of your parents.
Even at 39.
At 39.
Yeah. And I got mad respect for it too.
Yeah. And if it's mom approved, it's Richie approved.
If the first time your mom said you could wear that, your mom saw you when you left, right? Yeah, okay, then I'm cool with that. right? But I agree. You're representing your family. You're representing your man if you got a man. You're
If you got
representing
kids,
God.
you're representing your
kids,
children.
right? I don't think that everybody thinks like that. They don't think that way. This is who I'm representing. What I look like is a representation of these other people.
Of the people around
of the people around me too, right? Okay.
Okay, so Jover said, wives are raised, not born. That's the point, fellas. Yes.
Boom.
Got it. Yeah. Kathleen, I agree with Richie and Cheng. Respect for yourself and your partner dressing appropriately. Yes.
That's it. And look how and I just want to say, I'm never going to say you can't do this or you can't do that to my girlfriend or to my wife. I'm never going to say that. But just understand, I've set my boundaries. You will definitely understand where my boundaries are, and you don't have to rock with them. But understand there might be some consequences.
Yes.
There might be some consequences that so you just have to. We have an understanding. You always represent me. When you're with me, you represent me, and I understand you, and I expect you to understand that.
That's like, I have a science quote for that. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
It's a quote for science. It's
law of inertia.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, you act like you made it up.
No.
Like everybody heard it.
I just trying to recall.
That's probably the only thing I remember in science is that quote. Yeah. You act like you coined it and patented it.
No.
And trademarked the statement.
No, of course not.
I have a science quote.
I have a science quote for that. Appropriate to what you said.
No, I got you.
All right, so Dover said, yes, modesty goes a long way. How you dress is what is perceived and people would judge you. Better to be modest than be the center of scrutiny.
Why not? But here's the thing, Jover. Here's the thing. A lot of those women want the attention. They want the attention, and that's the key point. Is why else do you show cleavage? Why else do you have hot pants with so much almost all the way to your butt, right? So your booty's hanging out, right? Because they want the attention.
They want to be looked at.
They want to be looked at. They want the attention. They crave that attention, and that's the point. And they're going to get the attention. However, if you're going to dress that way, understand you might not always get the attention you want. And that's the thing. I'm not saying whether it's bad or good, but I'm just saying you're going to get attention you like. It might be from some super hot guy, but you might get some attention from guys that you're not attracted to as well, and you can't distinguish who gives you attention.
Yeah.
You can't decide who's going to pay attention to you because of what you're wearing. In
my mind, if you're a woman with a partner, the only attention I want is your attention. That's the only attention I want.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Slick Rig said nose rings are for cattle. I can't disagree with you, bro. I cannot disagree with you.
So.
Oh. Mr. Dude, you're on one today. You are on one today, bro. You are on one today, dude. I would have to give you comments of the day so far. Bro.
Yeah.
I would have to. All right.
All right. So,
all right. Karen says she doesn't like nose piercing either, and I don't. You know what? Let me actually retract that, because I actually think a little nose ring right here,
like a diamond.
I think it's really sexy. I do think it's sexy. So I'm kind of with that. But again, in modesty, anything in modesty, right? So a little nose piercing does not bother me. I mean, if your nose isn't pierced, it definitely won't bother me. But a little nose piercing, I'm cool with that. But I mean, in modesty. Okay. All right.
So I like K-pop, Blackpink. Oh, I like Blackpink. Also.
Never heard of them. Okay. All right.
Okay. Hello, Larry B.
Larry B, what's up? What's going on?
Thank you for joining our live stream. Right? Yes.
Okay.
And then Mr. said, I'm tired of women blaming men for everything so much so that they even got men blaming other men for stuff that's obviously not their fault. Women are never responsible for themselves.
Yeah, I hate to use the word never. I hate to use absolute. So, but I think we can agree that there's some women out there that have a hard time with accountability and being responsible for their actions.
Yeah.
Next.
So Kathleen said, fake nails, eyelashes, or nowadays they call it nail eyelashers extensions. I want to try for special occasions.
Okay. You know what? I think everything in modesty. I think everything in modesty is cool. And I mean, even look, you guys tell me how you feel about this. When I see a woman with some nice nails with her nails done, I think it looks pretty. I'm not against women getting their nails done, getting acrylics put on when they're this long though. When they're that long, why do you do that? You
What's
want
the purpose?
attention.
Yeah.
You want attention. That's why you do. But I mean, look, why no need to have nails this long, right? But some nice acrylics painted, done modestly. I'm so with that. I think it does enhance beauty, right? And I'm not really a big fan of the eyelashes, but I do get in certain cultures, especially some Asian cultures, where they might want to get some eyelashes because in some Asian cultures, some women don't really have long eyelashes. I do get that in some cultures. I just think when you get the super long, I think that's.
Can you even blink?
I think that's a look that some men are looking for at night.
Certain places.
Yeah, in certain places and at certain times of the night. Right. Okay.
I'll do this.
Give it to me. Give it to us, Chin.
Amirabui Al-Mubarak said, Majestic Mother's Day to the moms. Thank you so much, Amirabui Al-Mubarak.
And I already wish you happy Mother's Day.
Thank
But
you
real
so
quick,
much.
since Caitlin is the only other woman in the house, Caitlin, I would love to wish you a very... You're not a mom. My bad, huh?
No.
Duh. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about Mrs. Ruth from last night.
Yeah.
From last night.
Hi,
My
Miss
bad.
Ruth,
Yeah.
if you're watching,
if you're-
happy
I know
Mother's
she's-
Day.
I know she's watching, so my bad. Miss Ruth, happy Mother's Day. I know you're watching, so anyway, okay. All right, so my bad. I feel like a jackass right now, but okay, that was from before. Okay.
Okay, so so that's Philippines Wi-Fi for you. Yeah, I know.
Our Wi-Fi definitely dropped before. Right?
So yeah, this is the part where we
this was a little bit. We were down and out.
All right. So thank you, Slick Rick, for being the mother.
For holding it down.
Holding it down for us. So great topic, Richie and Cheng. I know Rich and Cheng, Q and Trixie in the Philippines. Hello. I noticed in the big cities, women are becoming more Western, more liberal.
I agree. I agree. And I wonder, when we say liberal, people paint liberal like it's a bad thing. I don't know I don't know that it's a bad thing, but I think as long if it's within the structure of a family, I'm for it. I'm for it. But when it's all about independent and I want to do my own thing outside of my family or outside of the family unit, then that's when I have issues with it. I'm about family. I care about family, right? All right, the video's back. Wow, we was lagging for a minute, right?
I know,
okay. Right. You guys, Slick Rick, thank you, brother, because look, we was panicking. Y'all couldn't see us because the video was down, but JTJ was spitting facts, and we were panicking. We were like, oh goddamn, what do we do? Right. Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you. We appreciate y'all for hanging in there. Right.
Yeah. So, I think you skipped some. Okay. All right. Thank you for welcoming us back, Kathleen. So, Kathleen said, Forrest Gump, Cheng. Yeah. Maybe Cheng wants a box of chocolates for Mother's Day. Just kidding.
Kathleen, don't worry. Cheng got some chocolate for Mother's Day.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll take care of that. Right? And she'll get more chocolate for Mother's Day. Right? All right. All right.
Okay.
First thing in the morning. First thing this morning, she got chocolate for Mother's Day.
Grand boss, Kirby said. You cracked me up. So some chicks' toes look like they should be grabbing fish out of the lake.
Man, you guys, this is a good group today. This is a good group.
I know.
Corporal Hicks.
Corporal Hicks said, whenever I go to the music stores in the malls, I'm always looking for an ESP Eclipse guitar with black and gold plated tuners and frets. I can never find one, and the ESP guitar company is in Japan.
You might have to go to Japan for that, bro.
Yeah.
You might have to go to Japan for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have them in Japan. They definitely have them actually the music stores in Japan. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mr. Said, men would only care about those kind of women character if it jiggles gently every step she takes.
Yep. Exactly.
Every step you take. We don't want that, the artist though.
Well, we can do the original.
Yeah.
We can do the original. Yeah. All right.
So, Grand Boss, according to Slick Rick, some of chicks' toes can pinch the crap out of you with their toes.
Yeah. That's true. Right?
So, Troy Quote said, those sorts of provocative profile pictures are a big red flag for serious Western guys.
They are for me. They are for me, but I think there are, and someone pointed that out. I think JTJ pointed out. Some dudes come here, and look, let's be honest. If we're being honest, some dudes come here so they can beat the cheeks on as many women as they can. They're trying to come here and blow and put up numbers. And look, I'm not mad at them for doing that, but let's just call it what it is, right? But if you're a serious dude, if you come here and you're seriously looking for a partner, if that's what you're looking for, then I think you're probably going to end up being one of those dudes who got scammed or who's angry because your Filipina left you, because that kind of woman is not the kind of woman who's probably not the kind of woman who is conducive to being in a long-term relationship.
I have another quote.
Oh, here we go. Okay, go ahead.
You can take a woman out of the bar, but you can take the bar out of the woman.
You go ahead, baby. All right.
So you better vet that woman carefully. If you met her that she's a bar girl, once you're together, you can't really take the bar system.
We got you.
Her. Yeah.
We got you. You're the best. Mr. said, no toes on the floor. No toes on the floor.
I love that actor.
Sound is good now.
Thank
Excellent.
you so much.
Cool.
All right, so okay. Thank you for the
I think this is where we came back in, right? We were
know.
struggling, y'all. We were
Yeah.
seriously struggling.
So Jover said, the provocative clothes bring yourself uncomfortable to the public, and most likely you will be catcalled. Like I said, modesty matters. If you're revealing, you're gonna get attention.
And it might be attention you want, and it might be attention you don't want.
Yeah.
Speaking of attention, let's pay attention to this really quickly. Pull up. We're at the Redenza Suites. We want to make sure that we mention we're at the Redenza Suites.
Yes.
Make sure you go onto Facebook to Redenza Suites here. I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put the banner right here. Go to Facebook, follow the Redenza Suites on Facebook, and make sure you hit the QR code, scan the QR code, and enter the contest to win a free night stay at the Redenza Suites. If you're coming here for a weekend or for the week to stay in Manila, this could be one of the best places you can stay. The price is right. And and one more thing, a 10% discount if you mention Richie Rich, you get a 10% discount. So make sure that you follow this and hit that QR code and enter the contest to win. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, we gotta make sure we get that in. All right.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
And let's see. Okay. Dang it, I did it again.
It's okay. Let's just go back real quick. Again, if you just came in, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Give us one because you have two. And also, don't forget to call in. This is a call-in live stream.
Absolutely.
The number is 415-490-8030. If you're calling from outside the US and Canada, just add +1 before you dial the number.
Absolutely.
And Mr. said, fellas, this is your reminder to wrap it up. If she gives you a foot job, you don't want to leave with the athlete's foot on your banana.
Hey, you want if you get burned here in the Philippines, you want it to be from the sun. Right?
We don't want you burning somewhere else.
If you get drips from the Philippines, you want it to be from the faucet.
Yeah.
Not from the faucet, not from the woman you're with. Right?
Yeah, that's like our last video,
exactly.
our previous video.
Someone's watching our videos. We appreciate you. Shout out to
Yeah,
Mr.
we're getting upset already, yeah? Please follow.
Yeah, chicks, because they don't listen. Why are you mad, baby? Because they don't listen, Rich. Right? All right. Can you judge some? Slick Rick said, "Can you judge some women by their toes?" I don't know, man. I don't think so. Because look, if you was judging people by their toes, look, let me just be really real, son. If you judge people by their toes, nobody would like me. Nobody. I wouldn't have no friends because my toes can look gangly and crusty sometimes. So I do my best to take care of them. But look, thank God people don't get judged by their toes.
Yeah, you're an athlete, so it's you were an athlete, so it's understandable that.
Right.
Yeah. So Jover said, "I agree, Sir Richie. We judge based on character, whether we like it or not."
Absolutely, we definitely do. JP, Johnny P is in the house. First impression is a lasting impression. Johnny,
definitely.
You're right. And Johnny, you're a great example of that because look, when we met you, I remember saying to Ching, I really like you. I remember saying there's something about him I really like. And every time your first impression may not always be right, but I feel like my first impression is usually pretty good. And but first impressions matter. They just matter, right? And then they may not always be right, but more times than not, they are.
What's your first impression of me? I look like a granny.
So Catlin said, "Oh look, but you didn't look how you look right now. I don't know why you came like that, but you didn't look when we first met. You didn't look how you look today. Thank you for changing a little bit and adding a little something here and there. But yeah, it was different than it is now.
Yeah, because when you're with the partner, you change a little, just to be presentable and make sure you present your partner the best way possible.
Right. All right. Mr. said, remember the Spike Lee commercials? Yo, Mike, it's got to be the shoes. It's got to be the toes, right? It's a Nike commercial, right? The Spike Lee.
I got it.
Mars. He was Mars Black. Anyway, okay. A long time ago. You can Google it.
Oh, I'll Google that later.
All right.
Okay. So Catlin said, it's just me changing my mind not to have a tattoo for work. Yeah.
For work, probably. But if you put it, this is not me encouraging anybody to get a tattoo, but if you put it in a place where everybody's not going to see it, but to me, that the point is people get tattoos so other people can see it. Right. So I don't know. I think a small tattoo is not a terrible thing, but yeah.
Here in the Philippines, when you have tattoos, some eyebrows are still raised because especially when you're in a line of work where you're like the example for students, you model students. Like for example, teacher, it's not really a nice thing that you have a tattoo.
I would agree.
Okay. So Jover said, if my wife will get tattoo, I want my name tattooed on her skin. That will be understandable for me, but the rest I don't want.
I'm trying to hear it. Yeah. Jover, look, why not, right? If you're going to get a tattoo, you want everybody to see it, tattoo your man's name on your skin. Tattoo your kid's name on your skin, something like that, right? If you want everybody to see it, let them see you have a man, right? What? Go ahead. What you gotta say?
I'm going to say something.
What? Say it. Say it with your chest.
Okay. You're tattooed on my mind.
Oh man. I know you're trying to get more. You're trying to get some more chocolate, huh? All right. I got
so Frank Ellis said, women with a lot of tattoos are considered very masculine. I'm not into it. It's a complete turn off.
They are, Frank. If there are dudes in here who like the tattoos, hit us up. Drop your comments. Let us know.
People have different tastes.
People have different tastes, and I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not mad at anybody for liking tattoos or women for having tattoos. I'm just saying, if you want to know how you're perceived, how you're perceived when guys see you with tattoos, that's the perception. That's all I'm saying. Right? I agree with you, Frank.
So Black Knight Passport said, independent is a scam. We live in a society, you rely on people you don't know every day, and when it comes to a relationship, independence is worthless. The whole point is depending on each other.
I think there's this thing called codependence, right? And I absolutely agree with you, Black Knight. I absolutely agree with you.
Yes, Black Knight also said society is stronger together. The independent lie is destructive towards the unity and development of our nations. Well said.
Well said. Very well said, right? Okay.
Yeah, so Gibson. Hello, Gibson.
What's
Thank
up,
you
Gibson?
for joining us on our live
What's going on, Gibby?
Yeah, other women like it.
Other women like it. Yeah. I mean, there's somebody likes it, and I guess the only thing that really matters is whether you like it or not. But just understand that there might be some negative consequences from women having a septum ring or a lot of tats or a lot of piercings or whatever. Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, but prepare for the
There might be
consequences.
some consequences. Yeah.
So-
Ranchers like the nose rings, right? Right, because they got cows, right?
Yep. So Kathleen said here in Laguna, there's Panda Express, Burger King, and McDonald's.
Okay, so
there
they
you
got
go.
Laguna.
So Mr. Nightwalk said, hello, Mr. Nightwalk.
What's up, Mr. Nightwalk?
Thank you for joining us on our live stream.
He said, no. Absolutely not.
So
Right.
Veteran Prime said, is it common for a Filipino to ask for permission to go out with friends?
To ask who?
Yeah, who to ask?
Yeah, to ask who.
So-
Are you saying common for her to ask her man or common for her to ask her parents?
I
Cover
think-
both. Cover
Okay,
both. Yeah.
so I think it's common for a Filipina, not in my age, 39, I do not ask for permission. I let my parents know where I'm going. So asking permission to go out with a friend, I let my parents know. I let you know, like for example, we're having dinner with my friends. So yeah, it's a courtesy, common courtesy that you let people know,
Yeah.
even at my age.
Right. And I've never required you to
But I
tell
just,
me what you're doing,
Yeah,
where you're
yeah,
at,
yeah.
what are you doing,
I know
who you
you
with,
never
and all that
asked
stuff.
me of that.
Never, yeah.
But I just, out of courtesy, I just wanted you to know.
And I always appreciate that.
Yeah. So there. So the lie that women tell is, I wear this for me.
How many times have you heard that, Gibby? A million times. Oh, I do it because it makes me feel beautiful. It makes me feel. No, let's exactly just like what we were saying with JTJ. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. You do it for attention. You do it for attention, right?
You want to say to yourself that I'm doing it for me. I want to express myself. But there's a subconscious thing that, when you go out there, you want to be looked at by people. You want to be complimented by people with how you dress, with how you look. So it's for you, yes, but it's also for others, people's validation of how you look or how you present
I totally
yourself.
agree. I totally
Yeah.
agree.
So,
Isaac, what's up? Isaac is in the house.
hello, my friends. Happy Mother's Day, Cheng. Thank you so much, Isaac. Say Happy Mother's Day to Miss Tess also.
Exactly, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Blacklist, said, yes, I agree.
Totally. Absolutely.
So Jover said, yes, I agree, Sir Richie. Some women dress like that for attention. I totally agree.
I think the majority of them, and again, I'm never going to say all, but I think the majority of them, they want the attention. They do it for the attention.
Yeah.
Yep. Next.
So Mr. said, I like the acrylic nails too, but not wear them when they're too long for her to make a fist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I honestly believe, to me, I've even offered to let Ching get her nails done. She doesn't want to get her nails done. It doesn't bother me any, but I've even offered to pay for Ching to get her nails, and I don't like it, or I'll do my own nails. Right? Okay, more power to you. Right? But I think it looks pretty. I think it adds to the look. But you not wanting to get your nails done doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't really change. It changes nothing, right? In fact, like you said, it saves money, right?
Yes.
It's just money you don't need to spend on something.
Yes.
But any woman who wants to get her nails done, get a little manicure, I have no problem with that. Especially here in the Philippines, I wouldn't even have a problem paying for it because it's
cheap.
Cheap, Jackson. How much to get to? Callan, how much to get you? You don't know.
I know.
You don't know.
Before I met you, I don't have time to go to the salon now.
Callan, okay. Callan, how much
Grabe
does
siya.
it cost to get your nails done?
It's
A
350.
manicure and a pedicure.
With foot spa, it's 500.
All right, I'll let
Grabe.
Catlin, how much does it cost to
I
get your nails done?
know.
Okay, all right, fine.
I'm stingy, that's why.
Troy P is in the Tony P is in the house.
Hello,
My bad.
Tony.
Tony, what's going on with you,
Hello,
brother?
Tony. Thank you for joining us. Again, if you just joined us on our live stream, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Give us one. You have two. And also, don't forget to follow the Redensa Suite on Facebook. It will direct you to their Facebook page, which you will see our picture and our QR code. So you can get the chance to win a free night stay here at Redenza Suites and additional 10% discount if you type in.
Not an additional.
No.
Yeah.
No. Let me correct myself. You get a 10% discount
You mentioned
if you mention Richie Rich.
Yeah, let's not hamstring our man.
Okay,
here,
sorry.
right? All right. Okay, let's go ahead with this.
Al John Bruce Cortez said, "Hi, Sir Richie, Ma'am Cheng. I hope you're doing great at Redenza Suites." Hello, Al John.
We are doing good. We're having
Thank
a great
you.
time.
He's
Enjoying
like-
my live stream. Yeah.
It's Alden Light.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you
giving
for
us
all
what
your
we
help.
need.
Yeah. Thank you for all your help. We really appreciate it. You and the rest of the staff are on point over here at the Redenza.
Yes, thank you for
definitely
taking
appreciate
good care of us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All
Okay.
right, so you two are welcome. It's my pleasure. Thank you, as always. Maurice O'Brien said, okay, so hi, Kathleen. That's for Kathleen.
Okay.
All right, so where in Laguna are you? I stayed in Laguna near the SM Mall and just a back away from the nursing college. I don't remember the address. I visited in 2018.
Okay.
Okay, so Rodney said, hey, Richie, you should know if Cheng has tattoos.
You know, you would think I did, because I'm gonna tell you, I was thinking maybe she had a tattoo, and maybe I was just confusing people. But I was thinking maybe does she have a small tattoo
No,
somewhere?
I don't.
But she don't have no. She don't.
I
have
have
no
a
tattoos.
birthmark, which
Yeah.
is always.
It's not a tattoo. Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
tattoo. Nah, I don't have a tattoo.
No. Okay.
So Tony P, for me, it's not where you are from, but more about where you're at.
More about where you're at and where you're going.
Mm.
Where you're going. I agree with that too. Okay.
So, Kathleen said, I knew it. Enjoy your chocolates, Cheng. You deserve it. Great, Mom. Thank you.
Exactly.
I like my chocolates. So Slick Rick said, I guess some guys misunderstood the "me love you" long time part.
You don't.
No, I don't get it. Explain to me later.
We gotta get you out.
Okay.
We gotta get you out. That's all right.
Okay.
We love you long time. You never seen? What is that? Is that full? That's Full Metal Jacket, ain't it? Didn't, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the original of that come from Full Metal Jacket, right? I'm almost positive, right? Okay. Anyway.
All right. So Holloway. This is Smell.
And from Two Live.
This is Smell,
Yeah,
if
this
I'm
is
not
Mel.
mistaken.
Yeah.
So, hi, Richie and Cheng. This is a great topic. This is Melvin. Okay. Happy Mother's Day to you, Cheng. Thank you. Women should have more respect for themselves and not dress any kind of way.
I have no problem with what you said, brother.
Yep.
I have no problem with what you said.
Yes. So, Morris, I'm in San Pedro City, Laguna, first city after Metro Manila.
Okay.
Boom shakalaka.
Grand Boss said, right?
Yeah.
I gotta get used to saying Grand Boss instead of Big Boss.
Big
right?
Boss. Yeah, I'm
Right.
used to saying Big Boss too.
Okay.
But Amirabui Al-Mubarak said, wow, the Philippines is very diverse.
You think you're bad, huh? You just like, because you're trying to spit the name out, right?
Yes, I know.
You just like saying it, right?
Yes. So,
I'm a little jealous because sometimes it's tough. I'm a little boy. Is that good?
Amirabui, yes.
Okay,
It's
all right.
good. Amirabui.
I like saying your name, bro. I just like saying
Me
your name.
too.
It's a cool name.
So maybe it's in Santa Rosa City, Laguna. Yes, there's SM there. So Holloway said, or Mel said, hi there, Kathleen, my friend. I hope all is well with you. Okay. So Jover said, yes, first impression matters. It's a glimpse of a woman she are or may not be. That's how it is. She is. Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Right.
So thank you so much, Mr.
Mr. put 5 on it. We
Yeah.
appreciate you, brother. We
High
definitely
five.
appreciate you. Thank you. Is this a super sticker or super chat?
Super
It's a super chat, right?
Yes.
We appreciate the super chat. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Always. We always want to put on the best show we can for you guys, and so hopefully you guys appreciate it. Thank you.
Mhm.
Show that love. Thank you.
Yes. So, all right. So,
Okay.
that's for Kathleen. So there's song tattooed on my mind. Yes, and I can't get you out of my dreams. I don't want to sing this because of the camera.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah. Yes. So Kathleen said, I'm sure Cheng knows that song.
Right.
And Mr. said some of that.
Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll.
Okay.
To the lip. To the lip.
Okay.
Okay, stop.
Yeah. Mr. Ray, what's up? Mr. Ray's in the house. What's
Hello,
up?
Mr. Ray.
What's going on with you, brother?
Thank you, thank you for joining us.
let's get
And
Jover
then
in there.
Jover said, tattoo for me must have a symbol and meaning. It will be understandable. But if you just for show, I'm against.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I definitely hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So Veteran Prime 44 asked her man. I'm not sure what he's saying, but
That might have been from earlier.
yeah,
conversation,
okay.
I'm sure.
okay. All right. So
let's
Mr. Ray, Jover. Okay. Jover said, I agree. Most modern women likes attention onto the lie that it's for them.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's just about attention. Right?
Yes. Mr. Ray said, Happy Mother's Day, Chang. Thank you so much, Mr. Ray. And Slick Rick said, everyone, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button, and the notification button. Thank you so much, Slick Rick. That's much appreciated. Oh, shite. Okay. Oh, shite. I've been here all this time and I just confirmed I'm the only person that didn't hit the like button yet. Okay. So,
Calvin says she does her own nails too, right? Okay. All right. So, look, it's my bad. For you ladies who like to do your own nails, look, I'm not mad at you. You're saving dudes money, right? And as long as they look decent, that's cool too.
Sometimes, like for example, on special occasions, like my birthday, like Mother's Day, for example.
I tried to get your nails done on your birthday. You didn't let me do.
I'm practically.
I'm not mad at you about it. I'm saying, I'm saying I would. I remember offering to pay your nails, and he's no. I don't
yeah, I just want food.
Just feed me, huh?
Feed me.
Feed me and feed me.
Yes. I only go to a parlor, what we call salon here, to have my nails for special occasions only. I'm practical like
Mad respect for you,
Thank you.
Mad respect.
Yes.
For you, right?
I mean, you can buy a nail polish at the department store, buy it for 100 pesos, and then paint your own nails. Yeah. So the grand boss Herbie said, damn, I like y'all. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for everyone else.
Too bad a lot of other women aren't like you guys. Aren't like you too. Right?
So the Kareem Jackson Show. Hello, Kareem. Thank you for
What's up,
joining
Kareem?
us
Thanks
on our
for joining
live
us.
stream. So, wow, love it. It's the ladies you choose.
Boom. It is. It's all about vetting carefully and choosing wisely.
And Aljon Bruce said, scan the QR code and have a discount. Don't miss it out, guys. Okay, yes, again. This is the QR code that you'll find at the Facebook page of Redensu Sweets. Follow them on Facebook, scan the QR code, and follow the instructions. So, me too, Sir Richie. I had inspect my wife thoroughly. She has no tattoo.
You know what, Jover? I'm gonna inspect Ching thoroughly after this live stream, just to make sure. It is Mother's Day, and I just need to reaffirm that she has no tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm subject for inspection.
Yeah, subject for inspection. Yeah. Thorough inspection. Yeah.
Yes. Theodore Metcalf says, how y'all doing? I'm watching the Golden State Minnesota game. Just wanted to check in with you and say hi. Continued success in life.
Thanks, Theo. No scores. Don't give me no scores, because that is what I'll be doing after this. I'll be checking out the so
game.
don't say anything else. Don't ruin it, because I'm a Dubs fan. So yeah, right. Slick Rick said yes. It's from Full Metal Jacket. Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So. That night, Passport said, I've seen city girls say exact Western phrases. I need a man who can handle me. I need a man with provider mentality. So that decline is super
real. I wish I would hear a woman say, I need a man who can handle me here. The conversation would end at that point, because I would calmly get up, get my phone, get my goods, and I would walk out of there. Done. That's how I handle you. That's exactly how I handle you.
I mean, if you need a man who has a provider mentality, then what can you offer?
Why would he need to handle you? Why do he need to handle you?
Are you a headache?
Yeah, exactly. Because she's a headache. That's what. Anyway, I'm getting fired up. Thinking about it, getting all upset, right? Yeah.
Boo! Yeah. Who's here? Fantasy novel.
Novel always come in with like 15 minutes left in the game. I'm in, right? But we still love you, buddy.
Thank you, Novel. So gotta love how you can set YouTube to give notification and it doesn't.
YouTube, right?
Why are you messing up with Novel and other people who don't
bring
get
our boy in the house.
Yeah.
Bring our boy in the house so we can say some stuff.
Better late than never. Thank you so much for coming in.
Here,
Yes. So, the Kareem Jackson Show said, I think that was from MASH.
Really? Okay, so MASH was. Do you know what MASH is?
No, of course not.
MASH was a TV show like back in like the late 70s, early 80s, and it was about the Korean War. But
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So,
okay. Rodney, thank you for. Rodney became a new member of our YouTube membership. Thanks for grabbing that membership, Rodney. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
You guys, and we never mentioned this, but definitely we have some footage and some stuff. We do a lot of small short videos, a lot of shorts and reels and stuff like that. I shouldn't say a lot of, some shorts and some reels that we do for members. So definitely jump in and join and become a member. There's not a whole bunch extra, but we definitely do some extra stuff for the members. And there might be some other treats, some things that other people don't see if they're not members. Just saying. Okay? All right.
So, the grand boss. Y'all can still call me Big Boss.
No, Carolina.
You promote it.
You say grand boss, and damn it, we're calling you grand boss, right? But if we slip and call you Big Boss.
Yeah.
Right?
So are you guys down to some reaction videos there?
Yes. In fact, this week you will see there will be some reaction videos coming up. We're going to continue our series. Here's the thing: is that YouTube, the algorithm, if you do some different stuff, it takes a while for the YouTube algorithm to catch up with it, right? So it'll throw off your views for a little bit, but once it catches on, it'll be good. But we will definitely be doing some more reaction videos.
I mean, we like that, to be honest, because I love the reaction because videos, when you see him get riled up, in videos, I had to edit a lot because
But you will see us doing more reaction videos in the near future. So thanks for asking about that, right? Ken McCulkin is in the house. What's going on from down under, Ken? Read it. Are you gonna read it?
I don't like. Okay. WTF is going on, no? SEX is better with another person, just saying. It is.
Absolutely. Most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely. Okay? All right.
So Black Knight said, there's a lot of topics about China and the Philippines. I'd love to hear your takes.
Black Knight, you're gonna hear a lot of my takes from. If some of you guys don't know, I lived in China for 8 years. My Mandarin is pretty darn fluent. As Slick Rick found out when we went out together to the Chinese restaurant, and he had to close his mouth because we was having a conversation in Mandarin. But you're gonna hear a lot of my takes from China. And listen, here's the thing: it's not just the Philippines and Western culture; it's also China culture. China is mimicking what the U.S. does when it comes to relationships, when it comes to becoming more and more Westernized. So you're going to see that in some of our upcoming videos, right?
Yeah. So Kathleen said, Richie, make sure you don't show any part of Cheng's for tattoos.
I won't, Kathleen. I'll make sure I'm the only one who sees them, and I'll give her a full body inspection. I'll make sure if there are tattoos, I will make sure that I'll find them. I'll definitely find them because I think she's hiding them. But I'm gonna give a very thorough inspection, right? I think you're hiding. I'm not sure you're telling me the truth, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, but again, I'm subject for inspection.
Subject for inspection. Right?
Yes. So Fantasy said, random question for Richie. Since you are well traveled, what do you find more, balut or piss eggs?
I don't know what piss eggs are, but they don't sound appealing to me. I've never had them, but they don't sound terribly appealing to me. I had the balut once. If you guys haven't seen, it's one of our first videos that we done way back in the day. I had the balut once, and let me be honest, it wasn't terrible, but it's not something I would want to eat every day. It's not something that I would feel like, and I would say, yeah, let me go down and get me some balut. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Other people might feel different. I know the people here love it, but yeah.
Here in the Philippines, if you're a man and you eat balut, you eat it before sexy time, XEX, because it makes your knee stronger. That's what they say. Oh, you're like, for example, when you're on a honeymoon, people will give you balut. You need this.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure I need the balut, but it's good to know. Maybe when I get to a certain point, I might Me eating balut. If you guys see me eating balut, you know what the F is going on, right? It's like, oh, Rich needs some help. Rich needs a little bit of help now.
Yeah.
Right?
So Rodney said, "Hey Richie, the last woman that I tried today told me that I needed to chase her, and that was the last time I spoke to her." Why do you need to chase people?
Yeah, because they want the attention. They want the value. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So Black Passport said, "Do not chase women and lose your strength, for those women have destroyed kings."
Wow. Preach on, brother. Preach on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All
Chasing
right.
nobody.
So
Chasing
Robert
nobody.
Travis, hello. Thank you for joining us. Yes. What's up, family?
What's up, fam?
Robert. Okay. So saw that balut online TikTok. I think there are trends now about balut covered in chocolate and other. They do
I
a
would
lot
try
of stuff
it.
with
I mean, if
balut.
you covered it up, and I would try. And I'm not saying balut is terrible. I'm just saying it's not for me.
Yeah, got it.
I would eat again if there was nothing else to eat, and I'm not going to starve myself.
So the grand boss Herbie said, "Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, including me. I'm some big mother." Happy Mother's Day to your wife, grand boss.
Right. All right. Cool. Robert Travis said he's glad to be here. We're glad to have you. David 008 said,
"Hello, David."
Yeah, what's up, David 008? Right?
Yes. So Robert Travis said, "Richie, I still waiting for your list of nachos. Don't forget to email me."
Ooh, I got to get that done. All right. We'll do. We'll definitely do. And actually, I got time to that. It's not your business.
Okay.
It's not your business.
Okay. All
Just
right.
kidding.
Next. What's that? Black Knight Passport said, "I've seen a lot of Filipinos recently. Most city girls want relationships with foreigners for that online attention. They're getting smart."
But look, there's always simps and suckers that are going to give these women attention. Especially look at some of the women, female vloggers. I mean, they just get inundated with all these comments. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, if I was talking with somebody here in the chat, and we were laughing at some of the comments that you see in some of the live streams, because it's just it's crazy that men are giving these women attention, and they're feeding it. They're feeding that whole thing.
And also, that's like kind of putting the woman in a pedestal. You know, that women in general would feel like, oh, they like me, they love me. You know, they get attention. So it gets into their head sometimes.
If you're a man of value, you don't need to put a woman on a pedestal. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Right. Novel said, "Piss eggs are from China and they sound horrible." Novel, they just don't sound appealing to me, bro. Yeah, I would just, standing as it stands right now, I would take the balut over piss eggs. Right?
It doesn't sound good.
It just does not sound appealing. Right?
Yeah. So it's easier to have balut when drinking.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it will be a cause for hypertension.
Exactly.
It's high in cholesterol. But yeah. So Kathleen said, "I like that one. Subject for inspection." Yes.
Yeah. Novel said, "Yeah, drink some water, drink some juice like me." Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And maybe some soft drinks, maybe.
Yeah, soft drinks good. No, let's drink juice. And water. Yeah.
But anyway, Jover said, "Yes, I love balut and I agree to Cheng. It gives strength for intimate moments."
Right.
Yeah.
I might have to give me some. You don't
need it. You need
it's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Maybe I need that extra. The extra strength.
Maybe in 10 years. Maybe in 10 years, but not. You still have the.
You don't want the extra umph. You don't want the extra umph.
You already have the umph.
All right. Okay. What's going on with you guys today?
What up, guys?
We're doing good.
Thank you so much for coming.
Happy to spend this time with you guys.
Yes. So Slick Rick said some dudes drop $100 super chats in hopes they will pay attention.
It's crazy. Just because look, and let me be real. There's some cute vloggers out there. There are some pretty vloggers. but you're dropping $100 just for her attention. You never met her. You don't know nothing about her except for the 1 hour live stream she's doing. You're giving her $100, bro, for just so she'll pay. Come on, man.
I mean, honey, let's, for example, when Smoothly called us in, you got excited when you get called.
Right.
I think it has the same thinking. Like, for example, that YouTuber read your name, read your comment, you get hyped, But do you really need to give money? I mean, not all YouTubers really.
But I got hyped not because Smoothly gave me attention.
Mm-hmm.
I got hyped because that's my dude.
Yeah, he's Smoothly.
Yeah, that's my dude.
That he's watching.
And he's watching. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just relating it to the same feeling that you get hyped, when someone reads your comment.
You make a good point. Make a valid point. Okay. All right. Where do we go?
Mister, I cannot read your comment. The last word. Balut prepares me for that word. It means.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Fantasy Novel said, you need the boost from Balut when you arrive home to find your girl has changed the bed sheets for pink Hello Kitty ones.
All right.
Okay, so dropping $100 just for a moment of attention sounds like guys who have body pillows of anime characters.
Exactly.
Oh, I heard that.
Dude, I can't get with that. I just can't. We've talked about judging people, right? If I had friends or if I knew people who dropped large amounts of money, I mean, why not? But you know what? I'm going to change my opinion because I'm thinking, I was going to say, why not just go on OnlyFans? But maybe there's dudes in this audience who do who go on OnlyFans. Am I mad at that? I don't think I am. And so I'm just saying, just because I don't do it, it doesn't mean that other people shouldn't do it or I should look down on people for doing it. I don't know that I get it, but you know what? I ain't mad at it. So I'm going to change my stance on that. Right? Okay.
All right. So I might do balut with some scotch, according to Big Boss.
Okay. Big Boss.
All right. Yes. So Jover said balut is nice with beer as my go-to snack at the
Okay. All right.
So there's balut without the chick inside. It's what you call penoy. I asked you before if you want to try again, and I said I'm going to.
I might try it.
Okay,
I would
try
it. I'll know that I'm.
Okay, I'm just going to
dinner.
eat. Yeah. It's like a snack. You won't get full from it. The most balut I've ever had sitting was 3 balutes.
Miss Ruth last night said she could do. She said she could do 10 balutes.
That's too much for me.
She said she could do 10
cholesterol.
Balutes,
I don't eat balut with the chick. I just do penoy. No, if you don't want the duck embryo, just ask for penoy.
Right.
Okay, so you can just get the egg yolk.
Right.
So
really quick, who dropped in here? Who's that? I don't know what that is.
Hello,
Hey, JC Mack. What's going on, man?
Finally caught a live chat. Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Welcome to our live stream. Thanks for joining us. Please say Happy Mother's Day to Miss Sheila.
Yes.
We hope.
Happy Mother's Day, Miss Sheila. Yes. It's different from penoy. Just saw it on TikTok, Joey. So, penoy, it's just egg yolk, no duck embryo. And sizzling balut, sizzling balut is now offered in some establishments here. Yeah, okay. I haven't tried one, but it looks good. We're
almost at the end of our live stream. Make sure. Make sure that you before we get out of here, definitely make sure you go to Facebook. Follow Redenza Sweets on Facebook. We're here at the Redenza Sweets. I got to tell you, they've treated us. They've rolled out the red carpet for us, made us feel great. Go ahead and make sure you get to this app, to Facebook, click on the QR code, enter for a chance to win a free night stay. And otherwise, if you're coming to Makati, you're coming to Manila, you're looking for a place to stay, definitely recommend the Redenza. If you're coming for the weekend, you're coming for the week, and you want a place to stay with reasonable prices, this is definitely one of the best places you can stay. Plenty of restaurants everywhere around. And everything you would need, some bars and pubs nearby, plenty of restaurants, places to eat, malls, everything you want nearby. Definitely recommend it. So definitely click on that.
Don't forget to like, share, and comment on Redensa Suites Facebook page.
Yeah.
And just follow the instructions. Just scan the QR, follow the instructions,
That's
and get
it.
the
That's
chance
all
to
you gotta
win.
do.
Yes.
Get a chance to win. The staff here is incredible.
Yes.
Since the moment we walked in, they've taken care of everything we needed.
They're Johnny on the
then,
spot.
and then some. So
Mhm.
this is definitely a great place to stay. Yeah, we know that there's other places to stay nearby, but and by the way, we are a hop, skip, and a jump away from here. So literally, it is 1.4 kilometers away from our house. So if we're meeting up, it's an easy meetup for us to go somewhere in between here. So
Yes.
Real quick, we want to thank you guys for spending this time with us on Mother's Day. If you're watching the Dubs and the T-Wolves, we appreciate you kind of going back and forth between the game, because I'm a sports fan too, so I know what that's like. And we just want to say thank you for supporting us, supporting our channel. And we know that there's other topics that we could discuss. Some of us would like to discuss politics, and maybe we can sometime in the future. But for now, I think we're just going to stay away from it. Yeah. Anyway, any last words on Mother's Day?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank
Get
you.
you some more chocolate after.
I mean, we already had dinner, and it's really appreciated. Thank you so much for spending Mother's Day. I don't need anything, but I need you and my boys.
I got you. All right. Okay. So look, we're going to end it on that note. Thank you guys as always. We really love you. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next week for our live stream. And in the meantime, we'll see you on Monday night for our next video. You guys are gonna love our videos this upcoming week, guaranteed. You guys are gonna love the videos, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Richie Rich for Richie Rich Abroad.
And this is Chang.
On Mother's Day. Deuces.
We're out.